Okay, let's get right to it. Tuesday, April 6th, a little bit before 2 p.m. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, we're in April, and it's weird to think that we could still get snow here, especially when you think about all the warm air that we've been experiencing here over the last 4 to 6 weeks. But we have a significant weather pattern change that's occurring. And I'm going to talk about that now in this video. I'm going to show you why I think this may cause us some issues next week, okay? At least something that we need to monitor, that's for sure. All right, here's the infrared satellite loop, and of course we look at the cooling cloud tops. That's when you start getting these bright reds and yellows. That tells you that the cloud tops are cooling, which means they are increasing in intensity, which likely means there's some thunderstorms. And look at this beautiful storm system now that's winding up over Nebraska and southern South Dakota. We've been expecting this storm now for many, many days, and it's coming to fruition. And if this were January, we'd be talking about 2 feet of snow for southern Minnesota. But it's not. So this is going to be a rain system because there's just, of course, too much warm air in the lower and mid levels of our atmosphere to support snow, at least for the next 5 days. But anyway, it's a beautiful looking storm. You can see it's making a beeline for our region, which means we're going to have quite a bit of rain here over the next 3 days. Here's that storm system now pulling out of Colorado and into Nebraska today and overnight tonight. And then look at this, how this storm system just kind of sits and continues to spin. It sits and spins now here. Whoops. I apologize for that. The storm system, by the way, that was a skew T graph. The storm system sits and spins over the central U.S. here, not only Wednesday, but into Thursday and then into Friday, and even as we get into Saturday, it gets actually reinforced by another storm system here. So in general, this is just showing you that we're going to have cloudy, rainy periods of rain, just dreary skies here as we get into tomorrow and then especially Thursday, Friday, and then probably into Saturday. Finally, that system on Saturday pushes off to the east, but then look at what happens as we get into late Monday and Tuesday, and this is really critical here. One more final storm system, the way it appears, or at least here in the next 7 days, comes in with a jet streak into Iowa, and we are in the left front quadrant of that jet streak. And I think by Tuesday especially, the atmosphere may be cold enough to support some wintry precipitation. Here is the European Computer Model Guidance. These are the low-level temperatures now. Temperatures at about 5,000 feet. And really what I want to show you here is what's happening here over Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Look at this. We're way too warm in the lower layers of our atmosphere for snow as we get into this weekend. And as I rewind this, by the way, they are getting snow today and tonight in western Nebraska, just to let you know. Look how cold it is out there in the low levels of the atmosphere. But in our region, just way too warm at 5,000 feet to support any snow. Not only today, but tomorrow, and then even as we get into Friday, still borderline a little bit too warm for snow. Now, this is what I want you to focus on, is look at what happens Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. This is air that is more than cold enough to support snow and ice. So we'll have to see how the storm systems evolve as we get into next week. But this is a major weather pattern change. This is Arctic air that is spilling into the upper Midwest. We have a blocking pattern over northern Canada, and that is going to force cold air down into much of the northern U.S. So the stage will be set next week for at least the potential of some wintry weather. So let's keep that in mind. Now, as we look at the 500 millibar diameters, the anomalies, it's a great way to show you if storm systems are increasing in intensity or expected to decrease in intensity. And watch these blue areas. These are, of course, areas of the atmosphere that have low heights, which means the atmosphere is actually suppressing or contracting rather than expanding. And really, it just tells you that it's a storm system that's intensifying when you see these blue areas expand and deepen in color. And this is the storm system now for today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Look at how it's deepening over Missouri. That means this storm system should be increasing in intensity over the next 24 to 48 hours, and then a reinforcing storm here for later Friday and into Saturday. So quite an active weather pattern. And then once again, as we start looking towards next week, this would be later Monday and Tuesday, look at how the diameters continue to increase in intensity here over Minnesota and Wisconsin. And again, I should say they are contracting and contracting at a pretty rapid pace. So that tells me that we are going to be in an active and cold weather pattern. And then look at all the expanding areas of the atmosphere up in Canada. Again, that's a blocking pattern up there. Hence the reason why these storm systems are going to be confined to the United States and they won't have a chance to go up into Canada. I know this is getting a little technical, but it's important to understand that Canada is going to be blocking or shoving the storm track south into the United States, and it's going to even be warmer up in Canada than it will be in the northern United States. So a lot going on here over the next 10 days. Here's the rainfall now expected from the European Computer Model Guidance. Just wanted to quickly show you this here. Look, this is a soaking rain for basically all of Minnesota, certainly all of our region, and through much of Wisconsin. Rainfalls in excess of 2 inches, some places even in excess of 3 inches. So there's going to be a ton of water coming down onto the properties. And I know that that's kind of a big deal for you guys. Here it is. Look at this is the trigger graph. Now I've expanded it a little bit, and I'm starting to show you now thunderstorm activity when I'm expecting thunderstorms. And I am expecting storms, thunderstorms with potentially some heavy rains later today and even into tomorrow. I think we'll be getting some thunderstorm activity along with the rain, and my confidence is really high that we're going to be getting significant rain here between now and Friday evening. We get a break this weekend and temperatures cool to below average values this weekend. And then look at next week. We're going to need to monitor this area real closely from Monday night through Tuesday, the way it appears, because depending on how these storms evolve next week, I think we are going to have enough cold air in place. I know, sounds strange, but I think we're going to have enough cold air in place to create and produce some winter precipitation. All right, that's it. There's your briefing. I'll be giving you guys another update probably later this week. Take care.